I'm saying more watching, you more quaba, maybe I want to pay with a TVXYZ to the Medina Joe's once. I remember no part we are Abranaa, so they are shy the bro. Ya the bro, remember no pebiano, or training book was said none to be bought. Yet Nasi. Nothing, some de cost or my ganemu, a chichini bench, the SC Timidi Honkomo, near the Atua Passonia de Brenier de Honkomo. A Democrats na ya dear tumune famba kono. And I said, Dodua memu, baby, I do no ye BCC, and I see a best shed yato. Near tear once no. Do Abranaa exercise that until you watch him. Now human something that Dawson, a be buy. The buy no a be ho be fan tra, be so ha ye fan tra any. Bibi ho a bit my idea fa ho. Na dachi e be a dear sinne, enfon so kwaso. And I say am one me ntimi yanko enemy, bit my bibi dia fa ho na. And one ya ejebre, etumitina se. Na afa no pay din komo kakra. Ma be dafo be ba be ka me ho. Na emu mansa no be ba no. Ye nkasa ofie here nkoma na senkita odi ayebedi anopay de edigu apaso bi no na otwe mu bebre na akoso de nkrata ne bai ba de bi ho a ye to nchen yi na otwe mu ene ye ho ye nka bi nhye mu yesi o adumbi no enye se ye kasa adumbi se ye ho atoya abroso na emu me bi so mpo mu fa ahodie na ajande na ache no ye bebie sa nkomo nyina so se ye bu bi no manintia ana de si na no ne nye na emu maso ma ye kekere ne nka de enye na ye pia gu nchen ye repeat mistakes no ye betumi ayesa ana se once obi opposition no obi your power no the all power no always the opposition always enye sa na ebe fa no ana se sei nti eja na dom ye be hyehyem sa memenda no pa Agya Wusu me ne de toso nwotwe afimpinu ene aduonu nsia quickly the obonkrata emu nsem ne bai before I become no mantem ahodo ayewo ahonidie ne tesei empanyufo e de no masisi ani sese wokọ baabi te sa Ashanti region ne ade a yesese baabi a eni kwan se okoto ball ato wo de to ayechew yape court soronko a wogina mu edi ahonidie ho nsem tentem eno beboa ye kwan bebiri so eno achi miamia ahodo ho a mayor na ye nadwene se quickly we die on twentwen so ese demolition cost ho na setbacks a unya no ano wode ano pay ni nyina wa ha beje brani awe na manfo ka reshuffle enra reshuffle ni di nkan wa aban mu ebae na nye se reshuffle ne keke na empanyufo bi afri mu afisuni afishana suni ndi afishana na chi no some empanyufo ye se yetimi yi wona ebisu wanemu talking about defense environment nti mampanyini aye data appointment ena nsakre kakra abem ewo the ministerial appointment ni the sansakra na ebem no enra anope de ni nyina so better screen so na afi yahwe empanyufo e move from one sector to the other after a year and half the ministers na nkasa bra otina akonwa so no se onya time aye adwuma no emfa ne se afi ene kakra afi no ne kakra no enche mfie mienu so beba se ba na se yenya half of ebra edi ama aban ne se onfanye ntutu ye magana fo sa inchemu mienu no yetimi gina so bu akonta ema na yi reshuffle ne bi mpo di akire bi mu na ase no ano no bi si reshuffle ne bi betu abawo ebiem ne nyina ye njanopay reshuffle ne nre bai no eno so beje bre na afie di ngo ministers ne ba bia obi eko so far ene afoforo a o ma ba be wrem enso so eka ho bi na otwi mu so ase Supreme Court onjumedie mu ene nkitawudi ahodo ekọ so no ebi ba paso last week edidi bi ho nkoma party for one delegate kwa obefa so obeto aba obeyi ni nyina ho nkoma no ebai enya no nko a enra ye ho bese na nsasoni ene yete se ebiri bi atwam panyi ba ko a na ne dwumedie mu no oboa ewo man mu ebiri bi atwam US for akwa akwachi no US a try no try now try no ye simple say ebiri bi atwam ye betuatua bribe de ma Ghanaian some Ghanaian politicians ema enyumaku bi nya adwuma ne sentence no waje ewo ho obi busa se wona na woka ho wo ha wo we de ho no munya no enom de mra no afe no ewo eye adwuma wona kai a odi akire OSP asem ne ba ne nsem bi atwam ana ne hwehwe mu kosi baabi amanfo busa se saafo no so aka no de na ye de afa ho ye oman de na betumi ye de afa ho eno so ehun komo ewa ha ye mpanyimfo a helicopter ekonya crash yese chopper ebi sa na bi frɛ no ekonya crash ema omu free including some ministers no enra one for fida no afi muntem no na otwem ye di na ebra ekoso no na ebi nso organize demonstration. The said demonstration no say our democracy is under attack. Now it was led by the New Patriotic Party. The amount for Subusa say Ghana and a breach ya boy o mine no mpanyufo na asasofo bi akonya wiemhyen kwanhie free mu afiaso ye money omo ebi emrahye bidafo a mam no omo emrahye bidafie nenka ebi susu senka demonstration no ebetimi akon hold nenka safo no 1 year no ye nyina etimi amoni eno nso so nkomo won e call demonstration no mampanyini bia woso otimi yi obi ana otimi ma obi gina na namu eye bibi sabre na nipa ne gina mampanyina namu ye bibi no sabre ne ye fa ne se eye mampanyina ankasa ene gina ho na petition a omo ye demonstration de koye no mo so mo pem mampanyina de petition ama no ana say bia the chief of staff whatever but omo koye no na ye a senior member of a government na ya dwantoa ene wo ho won na mampanyi yi ni so nkogina mu no onye petition okogina mu oje petition no the minority leader a odi ne party anim call demonstration no Rafenyo Markins eto bi ma no ayampia no to bi o anope beje na afiyahwe se yebetimi ebu ehu anim tia se obi nya obi a anti no odi petition ekoma mampanyi a nye se nipa na ese nkobeje se nipa no so nya abotre oje na akire enkomodie na koye bebre ebi kra de adane ema nkita odie ne mema se enimtie bu ye mu ma those things eno so na otwe mu ena no so esiye na eno achi Ghana ankasa yesikasem no ba bia gira bra ne sisia no ehon komodie no ewie peye ehon komodie no ba bia sesisi no sa pepepe ka sikabo nenka yakosoro de koba nse petrol ntumu e bai no aban ne hwe se de ntumu ni si kono no ese da bi petrol diesel ntumu na aban diesel de ne kosoro do enti per calculations no oyi 2 Ghana cedis e di free eye bo so nti eno ma diesel no 19 point something na ne wono na ese ba 17 point something petrol ni de gina ba bi gina na ahyenkafo no enso ene central folding komo ekire o madwene de fa ho but the question is say the street of Hamuso whatever se sa na be kwa e be ma petrol no ana diesel increment bi ma saba niema be na aban de be gu akwan so betimi mitigate anopa ni nyina ho aye be jebre na afi ye di ho komo ma be jafo no be ba na afi fie komo kakra ahihye no ye de aka ho medini Agya Wusu ansa Abranaa so memenda anopa ene ye hihye de brew ene August boss me ne da to so nwotwe de ene ya hihye anopa ye de mro mitwam ho aba ye koba na afi de ofia ha aye se di ho komo BC nso hwe na ba na awofo pido mu nsa gu mu ti se nkwala na ntwa private schools se waye keboa washeda boa payo ena wo bo private schools niem ya abro enya no krese nkwala na ntwa waye ka babo ntina ba bi na no anopa me di nyina bema me basisia.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Stay back and stay safe. National Petroleum Authority. Ebo bibia kokose. Se fuel tank enya kwenshia. Ne dania. Men ko ho nkwaye wadwen se. Okwosisa petrol anafa ngo no. Ena afenso. Menye wadwen se wo ben fuel tank enya kwenshia ne ho. Akwa kodwetwa videos. Ana pictures. Na petrol anafa ngo wo hwenso. Uhua ko wo mu a. Enye sunsu aso bone. Ewo apomeden semso. Fango nso ewo ahometinti no. Enfom so akitu ebi. Ebetumi ameja tom. Amana jise wom. Eba ne saa. Nipa dodo timi femu hihye ehwe mo nkwa emeja pade dodo na nso esei aya fredum je adwumayefo ana posifo no mo mehwe nso ano wutumi nso efre National Petroleum Authority ewo 0302 550 380 kaise wonkwa wo hoi ehu hia bebre esen sa fango no kokoboi National Petroleum Authority ene de bro.
Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For Akwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. Literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Needs Microfinance. Growing with you.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehinfa pa na menya bosia edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi foforo. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yema mwakwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account, and that's all our savings account. Me bada chain savings account, and the keka ho. Press Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Now one so what to me aka say.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Yamahefo akwaba na afia no pɛ nto aso mfemfiri ya Abranaa so baabi aduri no mani bi ho ebebie so na afia de ho nkomo kakra ansa na abedwafo na ba bekam ho me atimi de dwumadi no ato aso anopɛ eno mani befa no ba ko mienu miensa na afia yasinkunwa na nkasa wa ha de koba yensa akwanya bai ema mampanyin ni aban mu mpanyimfo yen hye se yato famgo ni mu mpa yato mu mpa aban no be mia nani na enteso bi ho ayeso yifiri ho because aban ne hwan aban ne ye me ne wo ene ye de mpanyimfo bi adi animu nti eto da bi ne mu ye dia mpanyimfo no be hu se da bi we de mu de o mampanyin John Dramani Mahama ne mpanyimfo ne se diesel ne bo na kosoro dodo nti diesel no yenyi 2 cedis emfiri so minim anope baabi a auto diesel no enteso no dana ya na nso ina star oil for ya de obi anya advert mo obi a beto ye de ya ebeka they did well dana 2 cedis na reflect ebinum de di be na nsa be ni nyina Ghana for but the right thing at the right time wana wode shen ye adwuma shenkafo no enkitan de pi na course na omudi nim se percentage na aba no de ntumu na de bewa ebi kura de ense se yate petrol no yate diesel so a na ne yese yate petrol so nka ho but all the same petrol no baabi a ne da no na diesel no wasoro dodo the 2 Ghana cedis no a aban hwan de free so no eno emma decision a eso mu take no sign kakra but quickly ma me fa san komo we sumra bibi nti fanyina ne bedi nkomo yi yen hyedam fa ne din tudwa na awfo esu se BAC nsohwe no omuma na ntwa ne private schools no allegations se waye ka hyeda no yeni mu nkomo kakra eno atime ka mo ache
number 2
nyame adomo nso e
ase okasa no telephone
afra afide what me nka good bese nefuaso ni why release resource no alfo p na ekam se omodo omuma ko school ntete so omode mane ade ba resource ne ba no mani nye ho private schools ankasa ba abontene se we no maheda ena why ka market de atia omo minim se o hu nim de mapa mark ne said the results ni siba we no hwa de ne tuam
exams na nkasa no se obi aka se waye ke from mark exams na kwani pa ko no odi afro eso hwe no akofa no kewia waye ke from no e wo 45 days se bien si to release the results and as I said BC for placement, there is time limited. That's why, as I say, Obodema government, no also the SHS placement. And the Roman official say, zonal leaders, chief examiners, and some team leaders who have experience will go for national coordination at WAEC. They will go for national coordination at WAEC. The local national coordination, for 1 week in a year, then they will come and meet team leaders and assistant examiners. Almost so, various centers across the country. Across the country for and also 1 week. Then examiners will use 2 weeks to mark the papers. And see, I don't know, examiners normally carry, it will go through some vetting. Team leaders will vet, chief examiners will vet. And some are checkers about the checking. Says, yeah, also examiners make team leaders will be total no with the each student, correct. And then the person and some are you call something 101, I'll go through that process. But concerning the BEC, and to say what any university exams are students, extra. BEC, almost Friday, this 10. standard 9 exams. Now, the standard 9 or the 10 and say, the batch also.
Metonka.
Standard 9 and the 10 and say, almost as I'm seeing in area, the whole Ghana. And quite 4%, and the moment grade 1. And quite try on seeing now. 2%, 7%, and I grade 2. 12% in our grade 3. 70% in our grade 4. 20% in our grade 5. 17% in our grade 6. 12% in our grade 7. 7% in our grade 8. Now, 4% in our grade 9. Depending on the total score. That is why, as I say, invigilators, any external invigilators, any supervisors, ever say there is no cheating at the various exam centers. The intelligence say, I could be cheating to exam center. Now, I could be a, me for say be a, or Krobi, to say be a soko. And I all boy my, and I or a ceremony Krobi so, and ya pony be and tra. Now, almost also now upon a track. See, truly, not the whole Ghana, the highest and crime farm 99%. Specifically, if you mass. Majority about 8%. And 99%. As I say, you could say grading last year free. 4%, who's taking 4% of 99%? The whole you could say grading last year free. And you are credible on the school, mass, no, what's 60%. Anka and a normal circumstance, if you wasn't going out at grade 4 and at grade 3, or YX, to say be a Wasigo, maybe a C4 and a C5. And this it will be PC, And you say, yeah, encourage more practice. Now you're trying on some man, and one of the tries on some more. And others no man,
we're not out for this time round, out for no, Ejidi say. Nkwala no mum entwa no ejina bibi so private schools ne say we omu say bibi mafia bi utie o ma omu say why ka sheda and na mark omu down. That's how they see it.
Why before will never do that thing. Per my experience as an examiner, why before will never do that thing. Because you be Panama. Even if you marked and the students are failing, why could call you to ask say why? If they are passing, they are okay. But I say, oh my kid, not scripts, I say, all of them are getting low marks. I say, if that's all my kid, and I say, they have performance. And they will even give you to another examiner to do scrutiny. And if I name our young can't also wear a private school in the private school market. And I wear a public school market, public school market. Examiners a year. And there is something going on every year. They need to go to WAEC and inquire. Because there is no a year or Becca say, Nanquano, a private school from Ghana, I didn't organize. If they say their placement, and more consider a government school than public school, a private school, and because they can do something about it. But across reasons. Akwana 50%. You call verification, you call scripture, players call for remarking, akwana 50%. Why for better cards and say, we call private schools, we will give you lower marks. It is not possible.
Bet me no problem, marking. You bet me that general problem, sir.
At times, problem making because these days, the rate are why for Sika examiners in Fana don't feel happy going for market. It at times they go on examiners and they recruit new examiners. And recruiting new examiners comes with its own disadvantages. Mm-hmm. Many errors. And they debate me. And it is a parent to be school be and say programmer. They can go for remarking. And why could do that for them? They can go for script verification. Why could do that thing for them? Now, Abranaa school, no, there are many private schools all that they have consulted me and I've given them that direction to that effect. And they are seeing the realities on the ground. You would think they are all right. But if you're not your producer, wasn't demanding on the marking scheme.
Okay.
On the marking scheme, it is the private schools should put their hands together. Go to my. They can go for script verification or remarking.
Okay.
Now, I don't know because say you have to keep due diligence. Now, you decide this you be so congested. Any predetermined ideas concerning private schools. And also, last year, one man came to me concerning his private school. And the results that came, my name was I said, Abia will be an opinion or I go. So I sat down with him and gave him the directions and as to how to go about things. This year, the results was different.
Okay. So in this
case, and chronic woman and chronic woman trust woman, as no special in the answers they were right,
Okay. So in this case, in see here, will be a person or marking be and bit me a corner.
You can go for it.
Okay.
You can go. You can even go for script verification. Okay, maybe Bani.
Okay.
Bani just not Bani. Or any way sentence. I want to see my walls scripts.
Okay, but all her time at them see and time ye placement time ben I be call for remarking those things and son about
that was the reason why I was a resource no early. But maybe I encountered some challenges and the way I address about Putupu and also Manifa doing cross. We are rushing the education system. I say, yeah, Russian Quantum and outside. Currently, more SHS1. All end of semester or more bachelor. 4 months and on so. But I'm going to bachelor, I'm a quite 10 September. I could never about January. And the government needs to set up and look at the policy very well.
Okay.
Just policy is good.
Okay.
But the way we are rushing students out of the system, 2.5 years now, 2.5 years now, you want to meet international we are not helping the students.
Okay. But quickly, but Obiatia and also say, is it true say why can you problem whereby examiners need say this time around near the Umbe marking?
Oh, many examiners refuse to show up because they think that the amount given to them is too small. And why know this?
Okay.
Because marking an exam and you'll be giving 20% per paper. It's nothing to write on.
2 cities, 20 pesos.
Although teachers, examiners have kept quiet on this. But you know this current system. Someone will take car from Achimota to YX Center, wherever he's staying, to go for coordination. After going for coordination, he will go for scripts to mark. Submit the scripts to either the team leader or the vetter to vet it. Afterwards, submit it to YX. Sleepless night. Going through all this stress. And you are giving the person something below, even there was something below 5 cities. So any examiner who is having another lucrative job somewhere will quit. Okay. Maybe why could be needing that experienced examiner.
Okay. Matthias said, "Medas near him say the private schools near no you say ya target to me boy pioneer day, but I know the army at say why can't you Mate, yadasi pimian fanisia. Where an experienced examiner, a band so any mark now can be bintian funny dino and to ja. Say problem be over. Say mark you paper no. Now your school won't see a bit my career marking. And I say be a script check no bit my quackway. Until see here, but time let them know. So see a placement no week where they connect with no school placement near in the time ben a school no and now so for no because say say a bear remarking and also so the issue of kakra. So far until the no. Now yenre your enra and I say ministerial appointment no reshuffle kakra abem nti names na by no ebetima place na afi yahwe nsesai kakra ba say currently you can say defense yenya CIA ka say there best a year soon na the finance minister Rato Forsen and the SRH as defense minister but say currently you can say you a defense minister Hannibal Kenneth Gilbert J and as say oko as defense minister and pay thereby no nti de oho no eno achi na Hannibal Kenneth J ono works and housing nti ono move ya na say yi no de ne call defense no mampanyin call local government chieftaincy and religious affairs and okofa the member of parliament and I say the minister there Hannibal Ahmed Ibrahim from local government and a pa or the call air works and housing ho CCA nti every next week ikono enyuma so no ehobesesa yes works and housing minister no echo defense as defense minister Hannibal Gilbert AJ as defense minister and am penny call the local government cover the local government minister Hannibal Ahmed Ibrahim edna call air works and housing ho ehode no now mienu eka ho new and fresh mampani kofa local government minister Hannibal Ahmed Ibrahim call works and housing no and obora amrashe bidefi or parliament house leadership ho enti the majority leader Hannibal Mama Yarga and okoyi no efri ho and odnaba the local government chieftaincy and religious affairs or sano ye no the neba local government they say no local government no eho no Hannibal Mahama Yarga the leader and as a majority leader in parliament and they move to local government chieftaincy and religious affairs and see ho on say mpanifo efrim no Hannibal Mutala na ono no wo environment enti na say minister pay minister man call ntia no so the straight mrashebi da fie ena yekofa Hannibal Senator Rollins say ono so enko the environment in so the so far enra 4 way and a bar out changes kakra ewo ministries no ho na no ena mienu free mrashebi da fie ababe urem cause Hannibal Gilbert J no na ono no wo works and housing as a minister dada he's moving as area signing no to the defense and Hannibal Ahmed Ibrahim so local government or ministry hodada ono so mampanyi move no to works and housing and am you know Ephraim Rashebi fee fresh and so ababe urem sisi I can say nti 4 nebi ka na ministry resafo ne biem besa ba well we live to see a buy the betu but so far no run there 4 way and I said 9 way so far 9 way and a buy so far they all no now bibu say leadership Rashebi the fee no and also so because majority leader no and yede na call as local government minister nti who is heading the majority side no actually it is Hannibal James Agaga an astute lawyer ono enebeko lead the majority side so far the NRI buy a jebre na ihwehwe mu kakra no eno so bi no why nti ministerial reshuffle whether say e bi beba biem ana say eno ani no so far 4 mienu ne de na da ho dada esoro mienu no ne ho da defense environment for a while best half mu ne de adahwa ebinum na acte nti ehon sisi an that gap no it has been filled and changes kakra ministers no we move to the other and also so no etumi are successful so far talking about ministerial reshuffle no enra the buy no one abem munyina no congratulations also Agya yet from one ministry to the other no almost so no adwuma na ebe show say ombeye adwuma ne den na emfa so ba etimi aba yeah na yehwe other issue enso wa ha na afi ye mo ho nkomo nso kakra owura Benjamin Sia executive director Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy na afi ye ne no eni nkomo kakra Benjamin achen kai mo acha no pay nyame adom na nso do body ase talking about energy ebra nano ebo no course ro sa no nwanwa because na sa afi de course ra man crofo busa say dey asema
anya me nwanwa say ya yefi fango achi no na yinim say den ebo no bedru de adui de di kan ebo no na yinim say bedu sa say edwaman so no ebo no apejam kakra o de to afi twa mu ho a product na to be $700 per metric ton. Ne ameno ka say okwadwaman so and am $1,200 per metric, especially diesel. Last Friday na am $1,300 per metric. We petrol no so last year na turn around $600 per metric. Ne okwadwaman so and so turn around $1,100 per metric. This is bonus that is a pija so because of so my Ghana no. Yeah price takers and I say jibo na dia share bo krum hanintino. Edi na minim say e bo no bedru edi adu.
Okay. But esa the timamufo no so bo no yes ni nyina na de akobo aban se petrol bo ayeden diesel bo ayeden ye betu kes ka bom. We na ya ban na akoso ana.
Yeah, buying and a course, but I am on your sem and I the fango, I am on your sem match. Yeah, baby, I bono, a costro, and I said, so beteno, they are on your phone, I'm a phone or more reference. And see, or more blame say, I buy no, there is no justification, but that's politics because you always use no abribia and we know MIA in I who say, I will see you on your sem free. Fango bo because my Ghana no ye fabo no free manone na dia hye de o ha nti se bo no pejam manone a e ha so be peja o ha na de ba kwa bia bi no so be ka se omde be amanyosem kakra no so ne the internal factor exchange rate surprisingly even though exchange rate is quite low no compared to January there's a bit of depreciation because in January exchange rate was around 10 Ghana cedis 80 to the dollar, but now we look at 11.70. Germany so why pejamwa exchange rate depreciation so abaka krano even though lower than January 2025 no and also na mebo na be internally we make say exchange rate na man for the anmanyo but enyina enya sua ho bi through say o my Ghana bo na enye ye na ehye frama no ne ntini kwan say dey fango ya amanyosem.
Okay, but ye hwe bibi so we buy said okay amano ne e buy no said the bo no si pagya no ya hwe so pepepe apagam ba ban say there be yenti 2 Ghana cedi same free baby ne government make me continue to do that so far as our prices no e be say
which mean because the government anya is likely going to destabilize our macroeconomic stability. Yes, gains are sustaining in the last 1 year, no. Say a buy I intervene and I say yeah Kasabia Kabi Ebontin we are 500 to almost $1 billion Ghana cedi Ebontin. You not manage the petroleum sector well, a bit destabilize it gains our gains in because at the end of the day the border drew 22, 23 Ghana cedis per liter especially diesel, there will be a lot of social unrest. Labor front were agitated for compensation increment, salary increment. Commercial transport operators were agitated, and a fear mukrano a bit may affect the industries, and also a bit may affect the households. And today also no abua basana fiscal projections likely going to be missed because revenue expectations from industry no be reduced because cost of operations go higher or more profit and answer income statement they declare lower profit. Aside that, no income statement they declare lower profit. Now government expenditure so it cost because most of the goods I ever carry across the country, will be done via using petroleum products. Until expenditure cost which may affect you. Aside that, inflation which may surge because one of the year I observe here in 2022 now inflation cost it's also because of fuel price and so cost. It has its own challenges. Or Kasano, which is likely going to affect the macroeconomy. It is good. Say a buy ensure say a stable petroleum price and a buy ensure say put in intervention a buoyant and the sustainability so say fortunately yes we produce explication so it is a net oil price. Fuel price. The fuel price, of course, we are doing my summer. But we decided that they had a move no. The support to the downstream now, my fuel price, a boy for movie and what.
Nano, to during this course, and the success are not yet choking. You bet my cousin can do time be here, and then can say yam one more if we want.
For which my kakra, I want me because all the Tony sent you Kabuma, they are doing only about 50% of your demand, and 50% your imported from on the neighbor. To us are now because you ensure any pricing structure be a promo, to is also a price taker. To product be free honor, ne born be free a man on naba, not also the Ashanebo. So being price takers, regardless of the to refine, is still the bono, a man on the bone be so towards importance is availability of products. Say Abribia products in Beoha. And I think as a country we never face a challenge like a shortage of products. Especially after 2015 a deregulating sector. No? The only challenge you're facing is price and I think that we new pricing models and as a frameworks which may have your pricing no are very comparatively cheaper than what you're expecting. And Ghana doesn't become a price taker from the international market.
But first, na ya the toto aman ya be a try ho ahia others no say bia ho ayeden ne bo no ba bi agina ba bi aye de den ye de toto aman ni try ho ahia ye betimi akasa ye de ne ye
no bi ho landlord countries like Burkina no ye de ne ye kakrasi omo and it also depends on the time you are picking data no aman ni bi ho mo show mo bo busme miensa and sometimes say o shane bo busme miensa no na say yedi and yeshana na ochimienu na se eba se gaman so bo no tia obe se krum hanom no ye bo no so ate compared to omodie san so na eba bribi so na se gaman so bo no cost obe se yedi na cost ti omodie but generally I think that Burkina na yedi no was so kakrasin omo edie and I say sorry yedi no fom kakrasin omodie ba o take Ivory Coast and Togo abribiano omodie no e wo fom kakrasi ye Nigeria kra de omodie no wo fom pi ese ye de.
Okay mate ye hwe say bia the next pricing window ne bia na etimi aba fom kakra e cost road dia na say asem na ya to e be da sia no pay why mate me da say your friend Benjamin Nsia we executive director Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy we energy analyst sanope ni di nkomo kakra e bo no but you're lucky enough say aban bemuntina ma ashenkafo no omo ye so okay omate omo ase yes sir nenke simple we are say 442 no e dey abade na dey account calculation no dey atos nenke ekwe baby all the same so aban ye da say for sa intervention no ye wo abedwafo ha no pay enkitawudi aka no ye de bebro na afi ensem no ye biebie so omunim die mu na afi watimi aboya me ate no mane bi ase Abranaa so mitwam ho abasese na afi nkomo na ho no abedwafo na ken ho na afi atumi dia.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Stay back and stay safe. National Petroleum Authority. Ebo bibia kokose. Se fuo tank enya kwenshia. Ne dania. Men ko ho nkwaye wadwen se. O kwosisa petrol anafa ngono. Ena finso. Menye wadwen se wo ben fuo tank enya kwenshia ne ho. Akwa akodwetwa videos ana pictures. Na petrol anafa ngo wo hwenso. Uhua ko wo mu a. Enye sunsun asobone. Ewo apomeden semso. Fango nso eho ahometinti no. Enfom so akitu ebi. Ebetumi ameja tom amana gise wom. Eba ne saa nipa dodo timi femu hihye ehwe mo nkwa emeja pade dodo na nso esei aya fredum je dwumayefo ana posifo no mo mehwe nso ano utumi nso efre National Petroleum Authority ewo 0302 550 380 kaise wonkwa wo hoi eho hia bebre esen sa fango no kokoboi National Petroleum Authority enede bro.
Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For our Kwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. Literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Needs Microfinance. Growing with you.
Yama hefo akwa Abranaa no pay nto aso mfamfiri ankomodie no straight up ye de shase afiri anafa widafo atena se onim die mu yetimi ache no mani bi eho make us asisi Don Emmanuel Agbanyo Vice President Ghana School of Law Makola Campus anopewa ha Chief akwaba na ho ye de me asepa sanso so na kudwo ochire akun security expert anope obeboaye bambo mu nsem na afi yetimi adi nkomo kakra banya akwaba
yenwa
na ho ye de
aboko
de me asepa well chama bugaba tenase na afi anope nkomo no ono so the input demonstration na omoye no okobi na omudi bro omode koe no anope yetimi ache eno so but quickly enra I'm say first reshuffle maybe ana ye train a bulk away as a changes no be nearby but I say obi ankotena fi baby ana see feeling so man penya feeling how do you see it?
Well, maybe come motive for achi o trade am ponyankopon e de no pay am ye de na adwuma na ye bekoso na ye di originally I think say you see say CBNC
okay
the who ye say na defense minister substantive defense minister na ni
yeah
you see the yamen chade enya na branch no mampani ebo ni di no obi a minimum
okay
na me ogide se no tie no odi beko adwuma na o mampani edi ahye ne nsa no na wetimi aye na sebe homfa so eso mani nya yenya
that's right
empeme brenu ya na me no from experience no ya na me shedan fa CV enye adwuma
okay
obi o ha o hu CV a Sebi ore crab who say, eh, now so be yasi be ye. Then so Juma nankasa ya so ye no.
That's right. Hona asem
ne wo. Enti no, I believe in performance. Agroni form. Yena yenhwe.
Yeah.
Eno na utimi ema wani ko ho na o ya. Ye beka say oh, abonti wa bo adwuma.
Yeah.
Enti no, it's too early. Yenhwe on paper there, I think say they are fairly okay.
Okay.
Ti yenhwe adwuma on betimi abaye abaye o man be nya ho faso.
That's right. Don, a bit on the reshuffle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I want to greet His Excellency the President, President John Dramani Mahama, and my boss, Honorable Sami Jemfi, this morning, and good people of Ghana.
That's right.
Thank you. Indeed, when you look at the appointment and the reshuffle by the president, it will tell you that this is a president who is very meticulous, who had taken time to bruise and grieve over the loss of those heroes of our country, who are his close associates, those he worked with, those he trusted to mount the affairs of this country and the security sector. And he carefully examined who should replace such people. That is what struck me. That even a year on before he could take that decision, meaning that as a commander-in-chief, he himself is up to the task, having looked after the security or the defense sector till now for one good year as a commander-in-chief, and carefully examine. So those he has appointed and those he has reshuffled, he knows what he's doing. But then I would quickly add that he instructs or gives them orders, marching orders, to make sure that what had happened on that 6th August do not occur again. I'm saying so because, for me, I call for a forensic audit when the thing occurred. And I'm still calling that if the reports are made available, they should critically look at the Air Force base. They should critically look at some bad notes. You know, a phobia and so. And see, I'm so confident that the sectors that has been newly appointed to, let's say, Director Rawlings, she should take on the spirit of his father. The one who embodies the spirit and the governance of this nation. President Jerry John Rawlings. So he should embody that fatherly spirit, be able to mount the environmental sector, and be able to do something that will significantly leave a memory in the minds of Ghanaians.
Okay,
thank you.
This issue about mining less and galamsey na eduma omokoye de saturenchi me by a year money. You wait my case no pu esi na ma ejina so ama e bia no ma bi o ha emu ahen ha was illegal mining in galamsey.
Well, no cre wo say galamsey issues no abenya intin e wo ye man mu. Na no cre wo say eye den obi bia obeka say galamsey a ye konanya den no na onka no cre. Aben cre tisui omagia tum say galamsey ntoka no enda form. Na se wo pese galamsey no yetu ase dia ese yedi ye ho no cre. Aban asrafo no bebre enim de ekoso. Nti yenka no cre nche ye ho. Na se yesi ye ama galamsey na ase etu dia yenhwe ne yenye. Me and personal experiences bebre. Well, I said platforms are joining security platforms near other social platforms. Yet in some ye the nsu ehu. Enti no mo a sisi ya power mu. Se omo nhwe na sa adwumadie ya na omo a ye hwe omo na omo di a omo fa so sebe ehwe omo nkwa no. Se bibi anse ya bibi nye yi. Inti no asudie eda omoso. Se adwuma yedi amami madam fubi ni nua bi ni colleague bi na na eye na se bi ofa so ye den ehwe ni nkwa. Nta kwen bia amenso mefa so a adwuma no metimi aye amana so oman nani no. Na hye omo hwe omo nkwa na nyu nam no. Ese me ye den me fa so eye. Enti no I'm sure say aban already no or a blueprint as to how to fight the galamsey. Me my dream na me say implementation no. Eso mu hye mu kena.
Okay.
Na omo mo mutwimu ye den. Cause I dey we no ma otwimu anya den a. Untimi nso ano. Akra meka won.
Omo ntwimu nya den.
Eso omo ntwimu ye den.
Okay, Mate. Don a bit on that.
Yes. Indeed, my senior has said it all. It's for me, it's a war against humanity that ought to be faced with the truth that indeed we all need our hands on the deck. We need our hands to be able to fight galamsey. And in doing that, just like my brother said, you need a strong-willed appointees. And you need the willpower of the president, that anybody who is even appointed and is accomplice in making sure that galamsey still persists or continues should be exposed and dealt with. And that indeed will serve as a deterrent. And that is the only way we can fight. Because when we, you see, for all we know, there are foreign elements that are supporting and sponsoring this, and that could also lead to some form of chaos, civil unrest. And so they should look at it critically. It shouldn't look at, because that indeed will also turn into some water war where our waters are polluted. In the future, we may even not have water to drink. And so let's look at it critically. Let's look at this as we are at war with galamsey. And deal with this summary.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. The other issues are also on board. Now we more a buy. We cost on the 1 year memorial service at home. Now it be also a demonstration. The title of it is simple: say our democracy is under attack. You are a security expert. Democracy is under attack. And I say we are enjoying the full flex of democracy.
Ejina baby a oni pa kunu jina o kan sa asem. Na yen kai say democracy and our demonstration is not measured by the amount of times that is held. It is measured by the response the government gives to demonstrations. No na democracy no enya etintim na sena me kan na gina da bi oni pa ko na o kasa asem no efriba ye hwe ni say MPP4 and the call demonstration almost said democracy is under attack. Na sebe o mind bia nso no there were 3 arms of government. The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Into media way na ye under attack no. Say executive na me hu ni sa. If you say mo troko ekobisa ekwan ewo police for eho se na mrani city no. Omo ensimo kwan omo de maamo se mo nkoye de mbeye. Mo sign share se mo pese mo nante eko seat of government Jubilee House. Eno so ma nye de omo ensimo kwan omo ye se mo nye de mo fa mo se mo nyina ngu krata so na mo fa mra. Se judiciary nso a enso mi hu ne sa na me nyomo nya adwe fi se ensem ni bia na omo keka e kire se selective justice ene de keka ho no. Sa judiciary na no omo a sebe asendibia ebu omofo aye de omo akofi ase no. Musa MPP fu ya makoye api nti api na me bisa se mukoye e de ko hefa if the judiciary na ye under attack Mujomudi anase munjomudi. Se mujomudi dia ede na mo munjomudi dia ede na mo ye appeal e the court that same institution na mo accuse you mo say is being controlled behind the scenes by government. Se mujomudi dia enu na mo ye appeal na dia kosa same place ni so dia ene na mo asema mo kan say democracy is under attack no. My dream no entomu ye emame. Sebe ohwe legislature ni nso a obia wo ho kwan so timi kire na adwen me hu say yesi o kwan say MPP amanyo froko no ma mu si parliament to de mo pese mu ye bia mo ye de mo pese mo kan bia mo ka demonstration ya mo ko ye police fo na mo accuse you mo say o mo cheche mo nkrofo no mo na bo mo ho ban na daddy na sebe obi me hu say be video ba ko obi de speaker bonachi na odi omanpeni atem enso na police ni eginechi e bo ne ho ban
okay
enti me ma dwimu de democracy and attack no me hu ne fire by
but ebi a won narrow no to the very day omo demonstration before now o ma listen na say o ma kanema bi a o musu say no na ma democracy
on mind bm ye were isolated cases CCCC na sebe ubi sa ho say sa nema no ma list na impre sen and impre do sen na sa nema no esi se koye say o mu chairman ya chi o me koye say ye mi o ti mi nchen a anka on be ye de o ye na na what you say
okay
mrakwen na o mu de ne fa so na ye constitution ni chere say ye do fa mrakwen so na bibi si na onte ho ase a ye o ba bi a o de wasem ye den eko sebi omo nye constitution omo nim say nipa bako adwen ni nipa bako timuntin enti no court no ye wo enidi so ye sa hemfuche ebi didi echi enti no se court bi kan bibi na ne nya adwen a ye wo bi obeden obeko na nya court decision bia so na sebi ebeko ama
okay
ntomo nim say enko ma enti no o ma ye nhyehyɛ se okɔ na obo anjo so a move ko another level. You know, say democracy is what is under attack. These are isolated cases. You can't cite more than 60 or even 20 of them. Into me, my dream with me feel say, right. And no dear, say me ti hey. Say me susu say, who nya me fa. Me ti me ko demonstration. Bibi ensi me kwan. What you say? Into no dear. Me de. So mo cause a demonstration no man koye basabasa ye
okay
na emumu no asem ku na wo demonstration ni mu no enu na o ye when you put it under scrutiny
yeah
we be say demonstration mo ko e sem fa so wo so sem fa so oni so no because constitution gives them the right to do so they have the right to na me sa boy NDC aban ni so say one omensi omokwan ye to so mienu a police form bo demonstrators dey so ho ban emomo ye de so mo ye nyina se emomo ho ye de eto mo
okay
sana democracy tie express your views your opinions through legitimate means don't use violence means etini no demonstration idiot
but ye present petition
yes
na ko mu hia mampanyina na the chief of staff tinipa okwaji no mu so ye nobody say ni pan ntimi nyina mo nje petition empa
hefa ene wo constitution ma che say we demonstration na wo the petition e ko aban mu a nipa asumesi anase asumesi na esaji ye hia ne se wo haw no a wo de agu krata so ebe ka aban ne nsa na aban ne nso wo ehu akonya so obi a ono fe say ope
enye minister
he doesn't have na me say emma ben de kasa
na the vice president
ehu opekra obetimi aka say the security mbeje because we so dey ba ban wo dey ba ban mu no enye ona obekire nipa a opese dey wo dey ma no dey hia ne say ban ne beji atu say mesi asumesi embeji krate no mfa mbre me
ono okono ose okono ono oye minority leader a oye ni mo ye du on the party wa fa ne former majority leader ni mu ye do on the party the national executive so these are the people on odo mo call ya or present petition and then you call obi also a presidential staff as so many petitions.
These are titles.
Okay.
In the constitution, equality what?
Before the law.
Ubian soon to be any nipa. Then Mumian na yedi titles I then am I who. Do the title amount who dear. And yet, yes, you don't belong where you don't belong.
Okay.
Into no corner, expect say anything can happen. If you are not ready for it, don't go.
Okay.
Let me what I say. It for me, no, I don't see anything wrong with it. They hear and say, Sebi, me small be about.
Yeah.
Na me ntimi amba na me smart. Ya branch so mbra. Eno me bu anim tiana. Me na match be my busy because in any case, that day me cry no. We were having a memorial gathering for the nation.
Yeah.
What I say? Until you were expecting who to leave what they were doing to come and attend to you. It doesn't work like that. What happened to a delegated services? Until me ya obi wo ho. Metimi asoma na amana yeden aba be ye de opese oye. De here say fakrata na yeden emano. Na me banam de hwe adeko wo mu na say here say emamumuaye.
Okay.
In any case, the democracy crime and demonstrations, no. It is not a protest against injustice. It is an opportunity for the government of the day to give answers or replies to certain things that some portions of the city don't understand.
Okay.
Into modi akoi me sure say omudi
ebeba. Okay. But every time no bra year morning to say they are working at the same time demonstration maybe feel say case we suspend even demonstration and say be away twemo mo.
Well, emremu no boni bi ani ho.
Okay.
But the point is as a matter of goodwill and na sebe yen ya mamre no the way ayetie no Ghana for no.
Yeah.
Enima bi wo ho a ye twentwen so.
Okay.
Sebe onipa wu no mo ye adwuma mo man no. Afia so a ese ye kai bre a omo bre ye ne niam omo ye nti na me hu de nti na chinchina sa dan no na ese demonstration ye den eba so e bia bibi nti mo ntimi antwe ansan na eba so a enu nti na omo so no omo ye busy na omo yi nana ya eso me den omo beje krata no omo wie de omo ya omo mumumuaye na nya demonstration nti na de omo ye bia na eso omo jai eba be hia mo ye nya ne sa.
All right. Okay. Don. Yeah. Democracy under attack.
Thank you very much. Amazingly, I looked at my senior, who is also a stout politician and a respected minority leader, says that the democracy is under attack. Let me categorically state here and now that the democracy of Ghana is never under attack. And nobody should be churning out these things to confuse the young generation to believe that democracy is under attack. Democracy is not under attack. Why? One, we still hold we have elections that there is smooth transfer of power. Where in Ghana are we saying there is democracy is under attack? Is it the transfer of power from MPP to NDC, NDC to MPP? None. And when we talk about the judiciary, like my brother rightly said, you've gone to court, you have laid your cases before the judge. He has listened to the parties as the prosecution and then the defense counsel of the accused, and judgment was pronounced. If you are dissatisfied, if you agree with the judgment, you know the avenue or the forum to go.
Okay.
You go to appeal. And if you are still dissatisfied, you go to the Supreme Court. And those institutions of the judiciary are still functional. They are still operating. You can go and find the processes, go through, and if you are lucky, you will be discharged, acquitted and discharged. But if democracy is under attack, you cannot even have the means to go and find any process. You can't go and appeal for any judgment or conviction. Means that all these things, you have no means of attaining any justice whatsoever.
Okay.
And so for me, that is a fallacy. That is just a cacophony. It's a noise making that very learned and seasoned politicians try to use platforms they have and the positions they have to try and incite society to believe that there is something very awful happening in this nation. For me, if democracy has ever been under attack, it should be under the previous regime. Because if you remember the Agya Wusu West Wagon, how people were brutally shot and fractured, their legs fractured, some are even dead. When we talk about Occupy the Julobi House, those demonstrations, how people were beaten, people were arrested. Can they compare that to what exactly happened when they had the demonstration just on the day we were giving maximum respect a year on to our 8 fallen heroes? And for me, that is unconscionable. That is very unconscionable. It's something that we should be able to tell them in the face. That we don't do that. Like my brother rightly said, my senior said, in our culture, in our tradition, in our customs, we don't behave like that. When your family person is dead, or your loved one is dead, and your loved one is being remembered, then you now say, oh, your family people are bad people, and you go on demonstration, trying to portray to the world that there is something untoward happening in Ghana. That is never true.
But they have issues with like criminalization of free speech, arresting citizens for just insult doesn't, come in so far as you are practicing democracy. These are some of the grievances.
Let's put this thing in perspective. You see, the 1992 Constitution, Article 21, free speech, freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of the press. For me, free speech doesn't mean I should come and then I say, Agya Wusu, then I start insulting you. I start abusing you. Like how you, my brother pointed out, one particular person was just insulting the president. That is not a free speech. You are deliberately denigrating somebody's father. You are deliberately insulting a president of a nation. As somebody who, if it's your father or your family member, you wouldn't do that. Is it because it's not your family? For me, that is totally uncultured and should not be tolerated. And we should distinguish between a free speech, freedom of speech, freedom of association, and that of insult, trying to denigrate, trying to insult, trying to abuse a process or free speech. Because when we talk of free speech, currently, and there are media houses operating. The media houses in all the 16 regions are operating. And people go freely, like we are right here at TVSY. And we are talking. Where is the attack on the media press or freedom of speech? No. They can go anywhere, and on the day of the demonstration, they were able to even go to the seat of government. Where in their time, occupy the Julobi House. How dare you?
But they describe insult as just arresting citizens for just, insulting others.
That is why I'm saying they don't have conscience. You see, when you have conscience and you are brought up properly, respectfully, you wouldn't say an insult is just. Because you are denigrating, you are insulting, you are abusing someone's father, somebody's family head, or somebody's uncle, and you are insulting the president of Ghana.
I think it's just.
And if you think it's just, such people's heads should be examined.
Right.
Could you?
Say, we don't have fun. Say, attend the keke.
No, we anywhere yet attend the keke.
Sanomo.
Unim say, who did the ohene? Atem me Edo to asim.
There is a baby a free banner.
Yes.
We do a hinatema. Either say you be chosen. Anna Kuno, oh, and in this case,
yes,
at attend the count him could deny.
Sir, it is a wound
taboo.
Yeah, be cried.
Okay.
And nay, your baby, your money, and it's semi mum no more banana. ubuo eni bebre afa yemra pono chere wadwen se ne kan free speech aden no mo tro sa emra na yedi buo ma o man ka se sa free speech no o man fe gidi atemanye de anka ho say free speech includes insulting ye me chawati ase omunim se ebitimi de basabasa ye ayeden aba enuntina omuka say you can express yourself freely join whatever association you want to blah blah na mumu no emrada conditions ayeden ewo ho simple MPP communicators and omo kana me gidi some over hundreds of them emu ahe na police and aban akwachi enso dani den na omo TV so e kan o madwen e kire de so omo ka because say be on di obi atem and now on cars asem e de ayem hihie e be ba o mani na consufi and panic what was police dey invite you obi yes ntino police for ne omo hwe omo feel say what mra ene ye frɛ and also gidi say won to mra dia moko court ho na mo de facts ni nyina yeden ekoto judge nanim and judge na chess okay the police for ye enye mra kwan
by say no na kankro for kasa bo ahwe ye
David
say wakasa na no atia panyini ya che no de ne police station e ma brefufuru no ne kasa bo ano untimi nka kashe ne
na kasa boni be kasa is an art communication is an art na neno abe fontin ta bento bia sorry no funny phone pa no bi na no oka yenze soka intinu art na sua omemu ha you journalist they've practiced since a Rollins time the military days omo da so yo madwuma omo ne obi anya den eni ase intinu sua enye so oti so obi yi bibia na so asore na oye de ope intinu I don't see it that way entimi nka obi akasa bo anya den enhye ne yem nkrofo da so titivu so e kasa ye nkochi obi na omo nkofre obi ena me chen se police phone susu se watomra omo do famra kwan so na also no de ese oyi a de be bon ho ban wo be bi defense na mo de ato judge na be che se ade we police for enye emfa kwan mu nja omo bi ade we ni pa ku ye watomra nti bi a me twe na so oho kra no constitution mo akonya so obetini assign aya appeal against that decision na enye tia on for me I don't see it that way at all.
Yes, let me quickly round up. If they are crying foul that there is a democracy is under attack, I want to tell them that it's high time we stop playing to the gallery. Why? Because one, if the judiciary is not present and is under attack and does not exist, and they are in the opposition, and they can be insulting the president of Ghana, who is the commander-in-chief, who controls all the security forces, and they are party-full soldiers who, in their own right, can unleash anything on them. I'm not sure they will be there and be making noise. And so for me, democracy is not under attack. The court processes are available to everybody. The parliament that he represents, the legislature, he goes there to represent his constituents. He takes opinion or views or suggestions from his constituents and is at liberty to espouse them, make laws for Ghana. Are they saying that after making the laws, nobody should obey them or they should be exempted? Are they not the very people who were praying the same court under the former president, the former regime, that there's nothing wrong with the judiciary? Just after how many years after leaving power? Today, everything is wrong about the same judiciary. Let's stop it. Because when the judiciary is no more, let's go to the street and settle it there. And I'm sure they won't like it. So let's stop deceiving.
So if they can also go to court.
They can go to court.
As they were saying.
Exactly.
Today also saying the same thing.
Exactly. They should go to court.
ruling be by from Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Parties no kwa mo fa so di omuduma. Na delegate system na nhye mu no. I say we need sakakra. Nti obi oska cash out me tua the amount of elections no way they are very ne. Mpanifo bi de koy Emma Supreme Court at nas. I think the implementation will start from next year going. But amount for shall say pupum kakra say Ekobasa secretary and Krabe West. Minimum said they will be analyzed.
Well, I think me the issues sana. I try to look at the solution first. Now, the woman said political democracy must begin inside political parties.
Okay.
If you say, it's our political party, no, and no you can deny eventually no baby or minus so. Until say democracy no any tintin and shall see free political parties no more. A tossing a beba. Now, many who are ruling we are Supreme Court, as very profound and an opportunity to evolve political party and our democracy in the country. Didn't you make us
yeah.
When we political parties a jumedino aye for amomo. Ebi mu say oh omo yes ano e de kabeba e na hwan. Kan tete no na sebe nipa ndoso. Nti say na romance for na yom e free bia be che na adwen na omo a omo doso no ye de omani so ade hu aye adwuma. Miracle no expansion eba no. Yes, it is practically impossible to bring everybody together to take a decision on an issue in a democracy. Say in charge technology. And no na say ye may adwin ye den ekoso. Na ye very easy amaye. Utu kwan ko mmea bebre krokro so a ebi muti omufie e vote. Why don't we use this opportunity? Supreme Court are presenting amaye. And fan started sa reforms no. So a car in a particular election period. Last year, report to be a member of parliament, you didn't need less than about 4 million or 5 million Ghana cedis. So basically, Saudi MPs 5 ebumwa. So reforms you are making. A bit in your political parties. One, they say be a bonny bravo phones. So why don't we capitalize on that? So okay, they say NDC phone na ye platform. Na ye members no. Ye be sign omo ya register the data no de ye wo mu data o. Omo ya register no ye be encourage omo. No more register to say Ghana card enrollment fee. You can utilize the Ghana card system, integrate it into more say NECA or more platform, no digital platform to do these kind of registrations. Or more smartphone, you use a USSD for them. And no crab guama transparency and efficiency in the system to manage delegates. Send a bayer. NQSS is saying delegate system. NQSS is saying before wela no more dear ashim. So you know me who am a bambi embe chema. Ana photo album no we name keep. Sa bottlenecks ni be ni na eden every ho. Nama political system no. You see, it will rather curtail the use of money. We are combating it me yes I be able to in the phone. Vote and now they will identify you by your phone number. Who are a member of parliament and now your campaigner? You don't need to be walking to people.
Okay.
You could do a tele advertising or mobile advertising. They say, yeah, but to buy it's me basing from Tamale. No more be converge 1 center in Accra. I mean, how? Technology. That is more costly than utilizing what we have now, which is easy. What I say, there is a company. Well, I don't need to be mentioning, but the technological companies who can do this easily. That na means I do make it on the phone. So, or now I can't even use the album. You see, we can even use this easy. And I think say thank you those who are in charge of the IT of the political parties should rather take advantage of this, because this ruling from the Supreme Court is not in one person's favor, but it's for the good of Ghana. Now, looking at the aspect of even creating jobs alone, we have about 276 constituencies, about 240 something MMDs. So, even in a constituency, now say about 5 officers, IT officer, the urban manager, you are looking about 3,000 to 5,000 jobs created right there.
Okay.
Wow.
From both parties.
Yes. From both parties. One party alone, no shot, you could have about 3,000 to 5,000. So if both parties are, you are looking over 10,000 and over, and you've created jobs right there before you move to national. And look about my electoral commission. Sa afibie bu ho yes registration in why no. So better because the parties will already have their data of their members because of the expansion, and all they have to do is to forward it to the electoral commission for verification, and this thing makes easy. But for me, I think that they should embrace this, and I think the Chief Justice and his panel did well. I don't know how CBSC open to what maybe for me, it's a good thing that we should welcome it and rather take advantage of it.
But what's your part? A buy no parties no. Do on common kakra.
Yes.
One, say baby agency CA. Once I can phone network system a bad challenge for now because in Ghana never be that network coverage no. 2, the vulnerable ones and I say yeah, I mean my beer. On other party, all right, but next time not bear for phones. Me, aban obey number credits will be never at the man. So, Okasa will cost strictly on that. Will be deny a lot from the system.
When you are sabi, wakorana, because we can move for oyana kakra.
Okay.
If you don't start, you won't finish. And you need to start it. Now, baby, issues no be no. You try to prefer solutions to it.
To correct it.
Mobile money. Before mobile money ever ban. See this same question you posed to me.
Yeah.
That's what people were saying. Hey, how come people in the villages and all that? But mobile money is a single source transactional. It even makes more money than the banks itself.
Oh yeah.
You get the point. So Bibiano chassis.
Okay.
No issue ye wechi. O shasia na or how ne wonu banana yede o find solutions to it.
Okay. Don, let me take your point on this Supreme Court ruling on the delegate system.
Yeah, thank you very much. For me, it's a welcome news, and we should embrace it. Like my senior said, we should be able to start rightly the way he put it, that the electronic voting should be something we should adopt quickly and adjust and be able to fish out the challenges and correct them moving forward. But when you talk of delegate system being scrapped, indeed it now gives everybody within the party a direct participation in selecting who becomes their leader, and that is a welcome news. And then I can say for a fact that influencing voters to go and vote, especially the delegate, people will say that cannot happen again, and so everybody will be voting. For me, if a politician decides that he wants to be elected, he will now invest more into whatever number, whether the entire population will not. So for me, we only have to monitor where are these resources coming from. Because definitely some will definitely invest in all the voters to go and vote for them. And that is where the problem lies. For me, that is the angle I'm looking at. Because if it's just a small number, that is a delegated system, or delegates, executives, or branch executives, they will be satisfied to go and elect whoever becomes the candidate in order to participate in the main election. But let's look at it this way. After he has been elected by just few, and that is not enough. Currently, by the rulings of the Supreme Court, everybody will participate to elect. But can we, in as much as possible, stop voter influence, inducing voters with money, with gifts, with resources, just for them to vote? Can we police the system? Is it possible? For me, that is impossible for me, and that is the arena I want us to look at carefully going forward, so that there wouldn't be a situation that Supreme Court has given his ruling and that there's no delegate system, and so we go to sleep, and then the problem become more pronounced and widespread. For me, that is what we should be looking at
for now. But what about those arguing about network challenges? Others are even saying the amount of money to meet delegates will be higher than even what we are going through.
That is exactly what I'm pointing out, that it will be more pronounced, it will be more higher. You will pay more, because if you are dealing with 1,000 delegates, now you are going to deal with 20,000 participants or voters. And the misconception of us as voters, as participants in the democratic process, is that as long as you are a politician, even as my senior is on TV, myself I'm on TV, the moment you step out, if you're a politician, it means you have money. And so everybody would want to have something before he goes to vote. And that is exactly the problem we are looking at. And so there will be more payment, more inducement, more bribery, even as the electoral college is expanded for everybody to participate. That is what I'm saying.
It is not just the solution, but we have to go extra.
We have to go extra to make sure that you are not to give anything to anybody when it comes to voting. With that,
but we see those things. There are laws already.
It hasn't been
pay for voting.
Yes, but it's not being enforced, because we see video coverage of people doing that.
Yes.
And yet we've not done anything to them.
Why are you not doing anything to them?
Exactly. It left for the authorities, the enforcement agencies, to make sure they take action, to make sure they curb this. If not, we have we have very good laws. As a student of law, I can assure you, we have very good laws that are made by the Parliament of Ghana, and then also judicial made laws, the judgments. But we totally brush them aside, and we do what pleases us. And so for me, the laws are good.
Yes.
The judgments that the electoral system should be scrapped, and the participation given to the grassroots and everybody. But just like I said, if you don't take an action where you cite an individual, a politician, inducing voters, and deal with it summarily to serve as a deterrent, more of those things will continue to happen.
Okay, Kojo, Adiano, yes, we no cry to say, since you're good crachi. Yawamra was a bit voting day, will be tria, we are running in panini. Say, yes, I am co high was embra.
No, I know there may I drink a check a differ. You see, in every society, you have laws that the punishment amounts to death when you commit those crimes. But still people do it.
Okay.
And I'm seeing this as making things difficult for those who have been doling out cash rather than putting a stop to it. Because you can't put a stop to it. But if it's difficult for you to do, oh yeah, for me, for now, as I said earlier, let's start with the implementation. And no crown will help to reduce some of these things.
Part is no problem, say, if your problem, say, fine. Ya BM. Utim sa asumesi. Party A on Kahon, we be crow your member. But be finding a way to no aquakura party A album. Time be do be a decision be taken. Obekwa could take a very bad decision for a party A. And this society example say they have done this some time ago. 2015, right? And we started so quickly. Now say more free home, and we are breaking it.
That's a deficit. Approach. You don't run away from problems. You solve them.
Okay.
They should have put their team together and say, this is the problem we have identified. How do we solve this or deal with this? What I say. Because yes, who started the problem and I see the issue of Obi from party B, and I mean use political parties. MPP for Bako influence NDC for you should prefer solutions to it. One, from the constituency level. A higher constituency, I mean, so we MPP, we say me NDC, you know that. You see, let's build on the existing structures and transform it onto a digital platform.
Okay.
Until the fact say, yeah, but yes, you want to say we are going to scrap everything and start afresh. Let's build on what we have. Yeah, your community, minimum NDC members, and more MPP members. Now, person across the carpet from MPP to NDC just to go and influence voter. The data, send an Americano, MPP for more data, NDC for more data. You're feeding with the electoral commission. Until the system is made in such a way that say we are MPP because we influence here, it will flag you. And if you want to cross carpet, you should have to swear an affidavit in court and say, and you should have a certain period. Say within that period, we ultimately encrosumba. Okay. There should be a way, and it will be the safest way to go. And a bell will be answered.
Okay. The last issue I debate to Jana say was about sentence, and I said. Sentence a comma chema to me.
Yes.
20 years actually wa call appeal before na your mama said na tamaklu na ba mu maka say oh and also kwa so na the day and na be a declare so mbeko demonstration no but actually demonstration come on necessary e ma na be democracy under attack chema to me 20 years na appeal abamudie. Is it a way to settle scores? Say yes, said the name when you quite PDA any when be so yes, won't to Miss Sunya P. Ye negotiate BB. And then won't to me before Beko appeal in the crown, the lawyer for truck the aqua command the courts and then the high court a sentence and then in some prison say once I walk appeal on the day a man of quite non refi. Now if you want to an appeal so if they say a man of presidential pardon and also I know Obiting was a presidential pardon, say, but and also ye the ebinum and so. Miracles are body case by Yanfani me in fee. Yes.
You see, won't to be answered, or no, ya may can't answer man. Then who can you be senior 1 year? Now, Emra. The Ghana phobia I drink entering course when they say. Sa case yankase kure and starting work NDC for Abreso.
Okay.
Na want to me edikan ono kra edikan ekosu aban e wo court. Say aban assess any niema. Emma ehun waye na baaye no. E kire se be bi o ye adwuma nkasa no kra no. Ni sa 2 minutes obey den. obey adwuma wo we no omwa bem and our minister of at that time was it environment yes a contaminating illegal mining Satan and this year breast I may no a home information no it will baby until wasem da by no me den omudi achi na the crow ni say insemi nyina omudi court na court aye den a share na adwi ti se court a share na adwi na on the court nya adwi unim say be omo lawyers no omudi mu pa omunim kwan ya sam dia omo fa so na me dia ha me na dia minti ase ne say asema MPP fo agina me wontumi ase me no ana kofa democracy and attack ya we say adwuma na wontumi oye no oya ma MPP fo ana se no oya ma no ankasa ne ho say the MPP fo na so ana omo nka ne hu say mine na wontumi ye no oye di amai ana no oye e di aboa party ne ntire ye so ya sori a idi nachi yeti hey na se mi adwuma ma company bi ana political party bi no mo nsoma me na me koye me am private ade na menya ho asema eyo ma asema nti mi hu ade potin a wo pa kire so mo na omo ka se wontumi enye man ne mam e na asema ba ho nka ma ye nti okay se nyo no nso na wontumi koye ono ade e na eho aba asemo de a ye nhwe no kro mu mi enka if you say so wontumi on J court system ni ndia nkonko ya pi se yi atemu a judge ne de mai on ne nya de enya adwi enti no wontumi Dennis insense mi nyina yi eno na kofa sa demonstration yi e ba ya yi nyina na bi egodi ani enti no the truth is that ye mamra enya adwuma
okay
na wa oni mra ne nya adwi unim de ese oye de oye
okay Don.
Yes, just a quick one. Is it when it comes to the decisions of the court, like we rightly have been reiterating that when you are dissatisfied, you are grieved with the decision, you go to appeal or you appeal against the decision. It's not about saying there is an attack on the judiciary or attack on democracy. The issue is whether the convictions were supported by evidence. That is the issues that will be addressed by the Court of Appeal. Whether the conviction of Otumi Bernard MP Wesiako, whether the conviction was supported by evidence. And so it's not about just shouting in the media. When it reaches the judges, which will be constituted by 3 panelists of the Court of Appeal, it will be thoroughly examined. And if they found that his case was not proved at the High Court beyond reasonable doubt, he can also be given a leeway to be acquitted and discharged. But it's not about the noise we make, the public trial of the case or appeal of the case that makes it strong or substantive. So they should go to Court of Appeal with their evidence showing that the case was not proved beyond reasonable doubt. And if the Court of Appeal, the judges there, they wear 2 caps as a wise man who sees beyond even the supernatural. And they will examine the law from the arguments of the prosecution or the Attorney General and the accused person or the convicted person. And they will determine as to whether he should be let go or he should even stay in prison or it should be given any pardon at all. For me, we do not have to be muddying the waters by suggesting that even the very court we are going before, they are biased.
Okay.
Then why are we going there? That is the danger I foresaw, that we should not be denigrating an institution of the judiciary, which indeed is keeping our peace together, even though we may disagree with some decisions. That is why we have other forum, the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court. And if they realize that even the act which they said Otumi has violated, the provisions, the laws that he has violated, if they realize that those laws, he hasn't violated them, and that the trial court has misinterpreted same, it should be taken to Supreme Court for interpretation. Okay. And when the interpretation comes, that same can be applied by any court to either acquit or discharge. Okay. To me. So for me, they have all it takes. Just like they said the court was the best when they were in power. And I am sure the same court.
So what about those saying at least they should apologize to the president because of some, utterances from Wuntumi that has even led to this? Others think giving him presidential pardon wouldn't be bad. Right now, his lawyers are in court because they are going for appeal. They should grant him bail so that he goes through the appeal process.
For me, that is a matter for the Court of Appeal, especially whether he should be given bail pending appeal, or whether he should be acquitted and discharged by the Court of Appeal. That is a matter for the Court of Appeal. It will be subjudicate for us to determine that on this platform. But let me put category on record that, look, they are going to court and they are still pleading that they should beg or plead with the president. Look, let me tell you, I have never seen a president who is so humble like this current president. Let's not speak as if we are ostriches in this country. A president who is so humble, who is so forgiving, like President Mahama. If not, the kind of things, unprintable things that have been said about him, I'm sure some of them will not even be leading people to demonstrate. By this time, they will be languishing in jail because of the unprintable and called for abusive words that were spewed on the gentlemen of the land. Please, let's not be ostriches. Let's not teach the younger generations that you can do anything and just go scot-free. And so for me, those who are asking that it should be forgiven, the president has forgiven him. Is the president the Supreme Court judges or the Court of Appeal judges or the High Court judge? Is the president? We have three arms of government, and the separation of powers of these arms of government. We don't think that the president of Ghana decides cases at the High Court, and the president of Ghana decides case at the Court of Appeal, or that the president of Ghana. Then why do we have the Chief Justice heading the judiciary? Why do we have the Speaker heading the legislature? And then why do we have the president heading the executives? So for me, if they said nothing was wrong in their regime, the recent MPP regime, then I don't know where exactly. Is it the case that anytime everybody is out of power, everything is wrong with this nation?
You see, I'm confused.
Yes,
and the reason
I'm totally confused.
On one breath, Muse, the executive is interfering with the judicial process. On one breath, you are saying you feel when you apologize to the president, it could change your fortunes with the judicial predicament that you find yourself in.
It means they know what they're doing.
How does that play? Me dream one because almost you only pay you should judiciary the chichimon Crawford the Hamadri. More science so share say won't to me a panic or mujidi say ubitimi bibi ama untumi ho ayeden sign. Now you see, na me di kan me come as me say. Wo menwa shonhuye. Mama ono otini baby. So also we bin atema ono emfa ne ho. But the issue is meti ho ni obi ebi opemasem.
Okay.
Na me nyi abeji matem. Because opemasem ntino, you can act on my behalf amen sumao. You know what I say? And you should be very careful when you are doing things against people of influence. Because for all you know, trust me, my hammer will need Sadajino. Obeti, ebeni ya. But on fine, yes, say, Bibia, or ye, Eddie, what is he going to gain? But tell you, be or dono. Say, hey, what did me papa them? What did the president at him? What did the party member at him? Yebeshe. For me, the issue is, no person much say facts na courts ni ejina so ebu ni fono and no na di me tu na say Mahamu di na temunti na di ni echo
but so far Mahamu di na tem dey ni court.
That's the point. That's the point. And the judge is blind to these things. Oh, and you know, I don't see me na me say ma tiase. They should concentrate
court
issues. Mahama can help. Sebi, we be obetting can be. Mahama do a president.
Yeah.
So can be and family queen. Jadi papa be and hold the bed.
Okay.
That's right. Yes, they should concentrate the courts and just make their case out.
All cases, so the law is the law.
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 So you fight it. And
by pardon,
and 1994 constitution hasn't changed.
By pardon,
yeah, but the point is, you should be discretionary in using that.
Okay.
So that you don't abuse or send the wrong message to people. Say, oh, let me could give Bonina President pardon because I'm of a certain stature in a certain political party. And it doesn't work that way.
Don't forget, say, Nkrofobebre, NABA, Sa mining active, so Yejina Suduma, a sentence.
Yes.
Those people are already serving their jail term.
Exactly.
So, what makes it so different, say, Obi BDI Nakwa, they will say, or Yasume Sinti in free jail.
Agya Wusu, thank you for this very reminder. And let it be on record that. You see, we are all equal before the law.
Right.
Why should we treat some people differently? If truly we are not saying what the case before the Court of Appeal is not right. No. But if truly that they've committed an act and the trial court found them guilty, let it be so.
That's it.
And on this last issue, I've heard arguments say, oh, Microphone that so ye galamsi and coach. Now why now what Obabi Jina said no, a man is so more. Yes, that's the point.
Yeah. Name was falling am tin say oh ye chill na
what is all about
yeah. So why be man could be Jina that's right. I was for ye better say no pay. Na yeah the energy no so ya could you actually that queen security inspector be camera sans na don Emmanuel Abanyo vice president Ghana School of Law Makola campus anope don answer so eba be camera bi then can say Chairman Masaud third vice chairman of the MPP minim the exercise at long last went to me yeah why they when chairman one because them say we quit chairman Bugao we quit say
that's why I see trending power the news are doing so power
yeah they and the as the Dama production crew led by Ralph and in a pound for you now nyame admada sene ye beba na afie de another edition of Abranaa so dwumadi no etumi dia bro medini Agya Wusu ansa yemfa na di ne nsia da sene best na share